Well, I grew up in Queens, New York. It was a middle-class town with very diverse people, and it was fantastic. We didn't have a lot of money. My dad was an accountant. My mom was a homemaker. And, they struggled to put us through college, but they were able to do it. It's interesting. I got into this business really because of the bad experience. When I first started to work, I met with a quote unquote advisor, and I didn't really know a lot about investing, planning, and we put money in, and we were putting $200 a month in, and I was doing it, and the goal was for me to save for a home. Turns out that I was put into a product that was illiquid, and I didn't know about it. And I was really angry about that somebody was taking advantage of somebody that didn't really know what they were doing. And it really made me want to get into this business to help other people so they wouldn't experience what I had gone through. And that was the initial reason I got into the business. People plan for their future, but aligning with a purpose, wealth with purpose, there's a much bigger end game that people need to look at, whether it's just a retirement, or whether it's college planning, or whether it's leaving an estate to someone else. That's the reason we plan, so that we can meet all of these goals and objectives. And that to me was planning with purposes. I think one of the things that make us really unique is the way we actually do the planning. Unlike a lot of other firms, we lead with financial planning. And the idea behind that is to really understand what the goals and objectives of the clients are. Once we understand the goals and objectives, then we can make real recommendations. And I feel that's unique in the industry, where a lot of other firms will lead with investment products or solutions without really understanding clients. And I think that's what makes us unique. Well, I think that sometimes there's, an enigma about, advisors out there. And some people are just apprehensive about sharing what's important to them because everybody has their guard up. So I try to, let people know, that I do have their best interest at heart. And once we can let their guard down and I can understand, then we can really help planning and what their goals are and objectives. And that's how we build great relationships with folks. Well, I would probably tell myself, that's a great question. What I would tell myself is to start planning right away. Try to get organized. When I first got into the business, or when I first graduated college, I didn't really have any goals. I just wanted to make money and I wanted to go out there. But what I should have been doing was just really kind of, preparing and planning my future. I think I did a good job, but I would have done it better. I would have started earlier, and I would have started more aggressively saving. I think people think I'm purely an investment person. Most of the questions I get is, what should I invest in? My answer is always the same. I don't know. Depends on what your goals and objectives are. So I think people look at me and they just think, investing, and they don't really look at me as the planner, which is really what I do.